So I had to re-upload this video because I got a copyright strike from SME, Sony Music, who apparently own the rights to Sia, is it? Sia Elastic Heart, featuring Shia LaBeouf and Maddie Ziegler. So I'm going to try and remake the video, and the purpose of this video is to discuss the meaning of Sia Elastic Heart music video. So here you can see video blocked in all countries. This was the original meaning of Sia's Elastic Heart video. I initially changed the color of it and removed the soundtrack. So in this video I'm probably going to upload my own soundtrack, which is a remix. So oh good. So this is my version where I've attempted to make it more like I've processed it so that hopefully it won't get a copyright strike in it. In fact, I think it's kind of a piece of art in its own right. Despite thinking that it's kind of ironic that Shia LaBeouf is in the video and that he's also kind of rose to fame on an artistic level because of his breach of copyright laws. So I'd just like to say sorry to Sony, and when the seagulls follow the trawler, it is because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea. Okay. So there's Shia LaBeouf looking quite buff. There's Maddie Ziegler. So to begin with, you see that they're both stuck in a cage together, sort of circling around. In the original video, if you see that they're quite scraggledy looking, with like beards, and they're all dirty and all. And what that is a reference to is Planet of the Apes, starring the original Planet of the Apes, this one, starring Charlton Heston. You can see here the cage that they're all put in. It's probably a better example here. So, Planet of the Apes, 1968, present for Bright Eye, in brackets there. This is 20th Century Fox. So go look at this. So.
Oh yes, thanks. Bright Eye.
Bright Eye.
I've got a present for you.
So you see you have the gorillas and monkeys outside, and he's stuck inside the cage. So that could be significant in terms of the Sia video, that is. So she kind of sniffs them, a bit wary of each other initially. He looks over at Zira. Okay. Get back to so I think this is a take on. This is a remake of that video, essentially, that scene from Planet of the Apes. So there she is. She's kind of more combative. He's a bit more afraid of her. She's got some very threatening postures going on. So basically, what I think this is kind of coming at him a bit like a demon. Then he gets down, starts going towards her. It's like sort of a threat implied in the video. So they're facing off here. Then she attacks him, starts swinging him around. So what this is like toxic femininity, essentially. Women combating men, and being all crazy like feminists. So she's jumping on him, beating the hell out of him, and yeah, slopping around. So he says, enough with this, I'll climb up to the top of the cage. But this is a reference to the biblical proverb, it is better to live in the rafters than with an angry or contentious woman. So he hangs out up there for a while, and she lies down and kind of seems sated. So he drops back down and lies down beside her. And so what's going to happen now? We're going to start fighting again. He's holding out a hand, and she notices that his hands are cut. So that's a bit like the biblical, he's like a Christ-like figure. And what happens? So he was holding on to the rails like that. She bites his hand, and he runs off. And now he starts to get really angry. So he sort of comes at her and picks her up. So this part is like a full-on fight, but also like a dance. The whole thing is a dance kind of ballet thing going on. And then so he walks off, and meanwhile she escapes, runs out through the bars. So he tries to go after her, but he can't get through the bars. She kind of stands there taunting him, and so he starts to get really angry, frustrated, but he realizes that he can do nothing, so he sinks back down, and she comes back in and sort of does this thing. So the point here is that women can escape the cage, and the cage represents society. They aren't bound by the laws of society. But so he realizes that he can't really fight the war, like in terms of like matriarchal feminist society, women can kind of do what they want. So, but he's not being given the rights. So the question is, who's keeping them in the cage? Who are the gorillas? Who are the monkeys, you know? Is she a monkey? Maybe not. So she kind of plays with him. She realizes that she actually quite likes him, and she says, oh, come on, you can be free too. You can have my privilege. Why don't you come out of the cage? But he's too big to get out of the cage, and what that represents is the fact that since the cage is society, you can't take man out of society, because if you do, you turn him into a savage. You're no better than a monkey or one of those gorillas. So, and that's the difference. She desperately wants him to like come out. She can't, because it would be like removing him from his own nature. That's why Shia LaBeouf looks so tired by the end of it and dejected. So, that's it.